reports that Man United will sign 2 more midfielders. Kone high on the list, Sanderberg the other. We're going to delve into those stories in more detail for you this morning. A little more to come on the Done Deal show this morning. Please hit the like button before you go any further. Please get that done. Please subscribe to the channel. Share this across your social media platforms. Man United's midfield situation has been interesting to say the least this summer. There's no doubt about it. Excellent work on Tielemans. Great potential in Santos. But who is the last of the 3? And now further reports that there could be 2 players arriving. Now, I'm not going to get my hopes up on 2. I would love us to have a 4-man midfield summer. I feel like as a United fan in the last 15 to 20 years, we've never really signed enough midfield players. We actually went something like 7 years without buying a proper midfielder after we bought Owen Hargreaves and Anderson in 2007, right through to 2014 when Ander Herrera arrived. We didn't really buy very many. We got Schweinsteiger past his best, Schneiderlin. We just never really go at the central midfield market. We bought midfielders, but we never really go at it. And I would love a summer like that. And we saw the big report yesterday from Ben Jacobs that the Kone situation is they've inquired about him on the player side and they like him. The player would be open to a move, but we have to wait and see what happens at the club to club I think he means, I think they've spelt that wrong there on the aggregators, because we are not there yet, which very much tells you, there's other reports as well saying Kone is very open to a move to Manchester United. It tells you, of course, the club-to-club talks have got to start. Now, there is the potential that Roma, if they get a bit of interest from a few clubs, Chelsea is supposedly interested, that they try and drive the initial asking price of £45 million up. And that's where you've got to be very careful. And we'll show you why a bit later in the show, how these things can kind of escalate and go the other way. There's also a further report today that speaks about Sanderberg, that Man United are seriously considering a move for the Fulham midfielder Sanderberg. The Norway international has emerged as a leading option as United look to complete their midfield rebuild with a 3rd signing. Ineos believe Berg could be available for less than 40 million. And straight away, there'll be this knee-jerk of, oh, we're cutting corners, we're not doing enough, this is nowhere near good enough. But there are other reports that suggest that, one, Sanderberg isn't the lead target, but also there could be 2 more to come in. And if Sanderberg was our 3rd and final signing, I would feel underwhelmed by him coming in. But that doesn't mean he isn't a good football player. And I know some people are going to struggle with that concept, but Kone's better. Kone's got a higher ceiling. Kone would be the player I'd go to out of the 2. But am I going to cry about Sanderberg and go, we've signed an absolute dud? No, I'm not. The both of them arriving would be amazing. The both of them arriving means that we have options, strength, depth, and rotation options in that central midfield area, which I think is key. So I'm not against either signing. There's just a priority list for me. Kone would be my first choice, followed by Sanderberg. But I do want to get your view. I do want to understand how you see this from Man United. Good, bad, or indifferent. Can't wait to read your comments on this in the comment section below.
Ederson left England. He was between Manchester and London to do 2 different parts of medicals. Then he left England. He went on holiday. And Atalanta, as I told you in a video yesterday, already offered him a new contract for the next 5 years to show trust in the player, because Atalanta are convinced that Ederson is 100% fit. Someone said, no, it's not true. It's not true that the deal is off. It's not true that the deal is not happening. This is Italian speculation. It's not true. It's not true. That was the reality. Man United decided on Friday that Ederson was no longer joining the club. But while there was this Ederson situation for Manchester United to control, I told you, I respect the club, I respect other journalists who say that is not true, that is not decided, that the Ederson deal is still on and can still happen, but according to my information, the deal is off. I told you for the whole weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Ederson is not happening. And despite the denials, today, out of nowhere, after 3 days working behind the scenes, Manchester United, with this Ederson story still ongoing on so many media, had the possibility to work in silence on their new top target, Youri Tielemans. And Youri Tielemans is done, because Manchester United have an agreement with the Belgian midfielder, Manchester United have an agreement with his agency. There was a change of entourage around Yuri Tielemans a few years ago, and Manchester United have an agreement with the agents of Yuri Tielemans, so all done in terms of contract. I can tell you that Manchester United have booked a medical for the player already early this week, could happen already tomorrow, the first part of the medical, and then it's going to be time for contract signing and announcements. I don't know about announcements because look at Andrei Santos. Andrei Santos signed his contract at Manchester United already 3 days ago, and waiting to be announced, but the deal is done. £48 million plus 2 in add-ons to Chelsea for Andrei Santos. The player already signed his contract, valid for 5 years, plus an option to extend, and next will be Yuri Tielemans. Yuri Tielemans said yes to all the contract conditions offered by Manchester United.
Manchester United's summer transfer window continues to produce major headlines, with fresh reports linking the Red Devils to a mysterious £80 million goal-scoring star, while significant developments continue to emerge surrounding Manu Koné and Ederson. As Ruben Amorim continues shaping his squad for the new season, Manchester United remain one of the busiest clubs in the transfer market, working behind the scenes to strengthen several key positions. With supporters eagerly waiting for the club's next signing, every new report is generating huge excitement and speculation. We'll analyze how this mystery striker could fit into Ruben Amorim's tactical system and why the Portuguese manager is believed to be prioritizing a clinical finisher capable of leading the line at Old Trafford. From intelligent movement and clinical finishing to physical presence, pressing intensity, and link-up play, we'll explain why this type of striker perfectly matches Amorim's football philosophy. Could this be the signing that finally transforms Manchester United's attack? We'll examine every tactical possibility. The video also provides a detailed update on Manu Koné, one of the most exciting midfielders linked with Manchester United. Reports continue to suggest the Red Devils admire the French international, and we'll break down exactly why the club values his profile. We'll discuss his ability to progress the ball under pressure, his defensive awareness, ball-winning qualities, technical intelligence, and versatility in midfield. We'll also explore whether Kone could become the perfect midfield partner for Bruno Fernandes, Kobbie Mainoo, and Manuel Ugarte, helping United control games more effectively both domestically and in Europe. Attention then turns to Ederson, whose future continues to generate widespread discussion during this transfer window. We'll explain the latest twists surrounding the Brazilian midfielder, whether Manchester United remain seriously interested, and how the situation has changed following recent reports. Is Ederson still among the club's priority midfield targets, or are United now focusing their attention elsewhere? We'll break down every credible update and assess the likelihood of a deal being completed before the transfer deadline. We'll also compare the qualities of Manu Koné and Ederson, examining which midfielder would be the better tactical fit for Ruben Amorim's preferred style of play. While both players possess impressive technical ability, each offers different strengths that could influence Manchester United's recruitment strategy. We'll analyze their passing range, defensive contributions, ball-carrying ability, physicality, tactical discipline, and overall suitability for the Premier League. From a tactical perspective, we'll look at how these potential signings could reshape Manchester United's strongest starting 11. Imagine a squad featuring Matheus Cunha, Bryan Mbeumo, Bruno Fernandes, Amad Diallo, Kobbie Mainoo, Manuel Ugarte, Lenny Yoro, Matthijs de Ligt, Patrick Dorgu, Diogo Dalot, and Andre Onana, strengthened even further by a world-class striker and another top-quality midfielder. We'll discuss several tactical formations Ruben Amorim could use and how these additions might improve United's balance, creativity, defensive solidity, and attacking threat.